So, it's not only to have clinicians out here to address these issues, it's also empowering people to use the services that are out here, even though they're voluntary, and to ask more from these nonprofits, that they actually get licensed people, or people that are almost licensed, people that are trained to provide clinical services to these people, that it's truly wraparound services, that it's a truly one-stop shop kind of thing. And also to utilize the public health nurse that's out here to address these concerns, and not to have to worry about paying for health care, or have to going into the San Francisco proper to go and see a physician, that this opportunity is here, and that these issues should be addressed that way as well.
So the way they can speak for themselves is by going to that nurse.
Yes.
And talking about how they're being affected by
Right, and submitting work order request maintenance issues that are ongoing or that haven't been addressed, and document. People should feel that their home is a safe place, and many of the people that are out here that come from different programs that are in subsidized housing feel that this is a ghetto, and that people were just thrown out here because there was no other place for them in the late 90s, and that's exactly how it started out. And so then you get stuck in this self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yep.
And that is nothing but toxic. And so people need to practice good self-care. People need to learn how to get coping skills, conflict resolution skills. People need to know how to advocate for themselves. And the only way people can do that is by good role modeling.
And also, to start where you are, Damian's advice: document.
If it's not documented, it didn't happen.
Write it down, date
You gotta
it.
email it, you gotta text it, whatever you have to do. But you have to document it.
Describe it, date it, email it, have copy of it, and share those copies, and go to the nurse. Let the nurse know what's going on. And go to your provider and talk about it. Would you advise that?
Yes,
maybe?
Absolutely. Okay. Because part of these providers, these social service agencies on the island, is they're supposed to be here to advocate, to role model, to support people where they're at, meet the person where they're at, and work in a partnership with people.
They say that on their website. They state that as a mission. If people are worried about retaliation and eviction, if they complain about these things, Damian has a reminder for you.
Right. People need to understand that under California law, there are only 14 just causes to evict someone. It can be non-payment of rent. That could be that you violated your lease for having animals that are not there, squatters that aren't supposed to be there. And there are services like the Eviction Defense Collaborative. There is 25 Van Ness with the Rent Arbitration Stabilization Board. If you feel that you're being retaliated, you document it. You can file a complaint with the mayor's office on disability. You can file through EEOC with the Fair Housing and Employment Act through the federal government if you're being discriminated and retaliated against. There are things that you can do. Do not let fear keep you at a standstill and paralyze you and keep you trapped where you're not happy and you're not getting your issues addressed. And you have your children to also keep in mind.
Yes, and where your health and your children's health are at stake.
Right. And that needs to be addressed.
Yes.
It does.
And if your health and your children's health is being
compromised,
damaged, you cannot be retaliated against for trying to go to your management and asking them to fix those things.
Right, and I think that for some of these people that joined that were talks about joining that lawsuit from Oakland around the radiation and mold and mildew, and then that didn't happen, people just feel defeated.
Yeah.
They feel defeated over and over and over again. So people just accept what is, and they do not move forward.
Look up the Housing Rights Committee website. Get their phone number and call them. You will find
you can get all this information from 311.
Yes.
You can call 311.
Damian is exactly right. There's something called just cause. Evictions have to be for just cause. And the management making you sick, that's not retaliating against you for complaining about that is not a just cause.
Right, it's illegal.